taught my dead dog how to shake hands. Who says you can't teach a dead dog new tricks? Isn't that right, Fred? Yes. He's not in this Halloween haul. He was in our horror haul previously, which we'll link below, because he's more special than regular skeleton dogs because he comes with a collar. Isn't it beautiful? We can take him out for walks, and we do. Slappy doesn't seem to be a dog fan, but he is our roommate. You guys, I am Morticia. If you're new, this is Gomez, my darling husband, and our lovely roommate, Slappy. And we have a Halloween haul for you that we're so excited about because it's different and it's awesome, and we're excited to show you guys. If you're new, subscribe, check out our spooky playlists, turn on spookifications so that you may be daily spookified by us, etc., etc., etc. Or it's Screamtra or something.
I like that.
Sometimes I get too creative and it even goes over my own head. I don't know. So anyway, it's time for Halloween, even though it's June, because it's always time for Halloween. We're all missing Halloween, right? So let's get some Halloween stuff going. All this stuff you guys can order and get for yourselves. It's online, even though other people have stores with Halloween stuff in it right now. We don't. What should we start with? Should we start with the skull? So we're doing this thing on our TV show that is involving music, and I thought since we don't play music very well, even though we sing nicely, we would just do stuff we could handle. So let's do percussion. And it was very hard to find spooky percussion instruments, believe it or not. Like, I thought that would be easy to find. Sometimes I think I can find stuff easily and I can't, and sometimes I think this will never exist when I have an idea that I want something, and it does. So you just don't know. But we finally found a skull shaker. It looks little, you guys, and it is, but it sounds loud. Like, yeah, it doesn't sound wimpy, yeah. So for the side, first I opened it, oh my god, I kind of thought it would be bigger, or at least like something, I don't know. And I was really pleasantly surprised at how loud it sounds. And the site that we got it from, other sites may have it, we'll give you the company name and the site name, so if you look it up by its company name, you might find all the colors. They were supposed to have like red and green and black, but there was only green left when we got ours because they're popular and people bought them. It's only $6, and it feels like bone, it really does. It's cool. It's very sturdy. And where was it?
It is coming from Music Center that was located on the general site called Reverb.
Reverb. So it's a music site. It's not even a Halloween site. If you're a rocker or whatever, you do music, check it out. Reverb has good prices, prompt shipping. It came to us in a nice padded envelope, double wrapped in extra bubble wrap, and good prices because this was only $6 and then the shipping made it $8, so that was really cool. And so yeah. Check out either the skull itself by its name or the site, and we will leave them both in the comments below. Below. Now, we have something so exciting. So exciting, you guys. Look.
Ready or not, here he flies.
And you'll just think like, oh, it's a rubber bat, so what? No, you guys, this is the most special, most incredible, most awesome rubber bat in the world. It's an antique. Well, not really, but it's vintage. It's from 1979. Before most of us were here, or if you were, then, like, it's still been a while. So, like, yeah, how do I get out of that one? Okay. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's not new. So it's awesome to have vintage Halloween. This is the first vintage Halloween I've seen with the bat's face not pointing upward. It's interesting. But it's cool. It's different. It looks a little bit more modern than I expected, but he's Gre-Gory, the vampire bat, and usually you're gonna see him for like $200 to $600, but we found him for $100 on Etsy. And you're thinking, you spent $100 on a rubber bat? Are you crazy? Well, we might be, but not on that, because again, he's like $600 usually or whatever other places. And he came out in 1979. He was a Halloween toy, so he only had a brief stint, and I want to say he's by Mattel. But
you sounds right. If
I'm wrong, I'll correct that and like stuff. But he's got it on his chest. He's thicker than the regular rubber bats, and he's not hollow like most of them are. And especially probably back in the day where. But he's the same material. But look, he's so much bigger, and he has this plastic chest. And back in the day when he was new, you could press the button on the back of him, and the blood would pump in the chest. So he had this. That's why he was supposed to be like gory, like ooh, look at his blood, whatever. Like yeah. But it's all dried up now, but we still love him, and it doesn't matter because he's still alive. So that's like the blood would pump in his chest, and he's like a rubber, but the chest is a harder plastic material. See, he just looks cooler and different than the regular bats, and his little feet are made, and this is a different kind of thing for the rubber bats. His feet are made where you can hang him. So the thing to hang him with was not included. You had to get creative and do that yourself, which we will because we're creative people. And we'll figure out where he belongs. He needs a spot of honor. Like, he's so awesome, incredibly cool, so he's going to have to go somewhere special. But he's pretty big for a rubber bat. And I love the chest thing, and he's just beautiful. Look at him. And his little feet and just everything. Like, was he worth $100? Totally, because he's old and cool and special, and he's Gre-Gory. So, like, yeah. And, you know, Rasputin's name was Gre-Gory, so, like, he was pretty much unkillable for a long time, so maybe he'll be our Rasputin bat.
I like that.
And it rhymed. Sometimes Gomez and I make poetry together.
Aww.
One of us says a sentence, and the other one says something inadvertently that rhymes with it.
Cara mia.
Moshe. Slappy's going, not on camera. We disgust him sometimes, we're sorry. He's just not a romantic, you know.
Maybe one day, but probably not.
So I really didn't think I would find this for $100 just because it's so sought after and rare. But if you're a spooky person, this should be something you want in your collection, especially if you're like a bat fiend like we are, where everything is batty, bat, 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 bat. So yeah, just keep checking on Etsy and eBay, and you might eventually find him for a cheaper price. Nothing's wrong with him either. Like, a lot of times when you find something that's normally really expensive for cheaper, it's like missing stuff or whatever, but he's perfect. Nothing's wrong with him, so we got extremely lucky, and I'm so excited that we found him for that price. I just couldn't believe it. Like, I was just kind of scrolling through Etsy out of curiosity to see what they had of him, because at one point I saw brooches of him that somebody had made, but they're gone now. So I thought, you know, I'll just get a Gre-Gory brooch because that's all I'm going to be able to afford, and I want something of him. And I couldn't find those, but I found this, and I was like, oh my god, can't believe it's only $100. And that sounds crazy for a rubber bat, like only $100, especially me, because my thing is being thrifty and finding really cool stuff at good prices. But again, considering what he normally goes for, he's really good price right now. So just keep trolling eBay and Etsy, and you might eventually discover your own reasonably priced Gre-Gory, or if you decide to go crazy and just spend like a lot more on him. Like, he's just a cool bat for the collection. He is. He's wonderful. I want to take him everywhere with me and like carry him everywhere and show people, look, Gre-Gory, and they're gonna look at me like, what are you talking about? It's okay, you don't have to understand the coolness. Okay, I've babbled way too much about him, but he's wonderful, and we will link info about him below as well, and our Halloween hauls playlist, because you know what? You can see things in hauls from like last year or the year before that stores will just keep putting out. So if we have stuff that you like, you can probably find it again. And a lot of it was online too, because like right now we needed Halloween, so we got some stuff online, and you can still do that. So the Halloween hauls from past days of old are still worth watching. Do that and feel the spooky vibes. And until next time,
stay spooky, my friends.